clap. Okay, that's the official clap.
Make it clap. Make it clap.
Awesome. Clap.
Make it clap.
Don't make me laugh, dude. We just started this damn thing.
Okay. Scala nini, yo.
Where you do that? Do what you're about to do. Just make it clap.
Akusingo me one there.
That is the same song.
No.
Which one is it?
There got Pastor Rhymes, make it clap.
Manya, 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 manya. Just make it clap. Oh, those are two songs.
As in, I've got mashups in my
Same.
head. Now my mashups got fifth.
Same. Okay. Welcome to the Sai Sessions podcast. My name is Sai Jones. Here's King Schwarz.
Yo.
It's about to be a lit one. It's our first one of the year, and I don't know how you're feeling. I'm talking about you, Lwaz. I'm talking about you, King. Talking about you, King Schwarz.
Nyakotola. It's a very cold year already.
No, you can't say that. Yeah, but the streets are cold. You know, you could be referring to multiple things more than just the weather. The streets are cold. Exactly.
But 14. No 1 for you.
Wow.
My memes la.
14. Yeah. No one for you. Tatonga.
It's a meme. Otherwise, how has the year been?
You know what? Let's actually... Are you asking me?
Yeah.
How the year has been?
Last year, this year.
Okay.
Both. Because there isn't really much to share about 2025.
Of the year, because we just started it. Yep. It is literally our first episode of the year. Let's just keep it a stack. I'm so excited, by the way, because... you just asked how was the year, right? Which it was such personally.
I remember we worked hard.
No, we worked hard last year, Lwazi, actually. No, we worked really hard last year. We worked hard last year.
Foreign lands, getting lost.
Speaking about working hard, actually, we're looking for funding. We're looking for funding.
It's not much.
Actually, we're looking for funding. We need to pay the bills.
The viewers think we're getting paid.
They think. Yeah.
Sinesipho, guys.
Sinesipho. They see us, we look cute, we look nice, we dress nice.
Just
guys,
the dishwasher.
we need funding.
Mm-hmm. A lot of it. Millions.
So, once again, welcome to the Sai Sessions podcast. You know what we talked about, right? We said that we want to start the podcast by issuing some disclaimers. First and foremost, before we go into everything we want to go in for today. Lwazi, are you thinking of a disclaimer right now that you want to start with?
First and foremost, podcasting is for brave people.
100%.
If you're going to come on the podcast, be prepared for whatever you say to go out to people. And don't expect it to be taken down.
Mm-hmm. Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest, as Mob said.
Mm-hmm.
Mob, do you have a mic?
He should have a mic. Is his mic ready, actually?
Because uzofaka my points.
Exactly. Mob should have his mic ready. Say it with your chest. That's
the guy that says it with his chest.
Yeah, Mob will say it with your chest. Yeah. Say it with your chest, guys. We need to actually put some disclaimers. You know, if you've been following this podcast, you know we've short with a bunch of people, had a bunch of conversations, but you don't know what happens behind the scenes when we have to kind of like put some disclaimers out or say to certain people, hey, if you come on this podcast and you swear, that's up to you, because I am not going to edit that. Mob is not going to edit that. We are not editing that. Yeah, and you have people asking, please edit that. Please edit the... That's it.
That's time. As you heard when the podcast started, sifuni mali.
We need money.
Ubalekisi mali wena.
Yes.
Tell Kuzana 2025 manje.
Manje, we're taking a different stance to all of this. Clearly, Nyan, it's giving first episode of the year, actually. It's giving first episode of the year. What other disclaimer can you think of?
That's the first one.
That is the second one. I
second
just said the
one.
second one now.
Guys, if the day you prepare yourself, get dress nicely, okay? This is like a part of your portfolio, I say, in a sense, you know. Be proud of how you look on the podcast on the day we shoot.
100%.
Because we can't Photoshop you after
We
that.
can't Photoshop. We don't have the money.
After makeup.
We don't have the
Go
makeup
before
because we don't have the money. So
Yes.
put on your makeup, put on your face.
Lemon light.
Yeah, put on your face before you come on
Yeah,
here.
you castle light.
Castle Light ain't paying us to say that.
Yeah.
Castle Light, please pay us.
No, too light. That's what you should say.
Yeah.
Maybe we can edit out the swear words because if I go to Nibonil, that's how you do it.
Are those all the disclaimers?
I think those are it. We're ready to start.
Okay, awesome. Let's start. What do you want to start with? Today we decided that to kind of start off the year like we normally start off the year, let's go on ahead and recap on the year before and talk about everything from last year, talk about everything that we, let's say, would have wanted to have a conversation about. And also, by the way, guys, I'm sorry about last year. I'm also not proud about literally how citations
busy.
stuff was happening. Yeah, stuff was happening last year. Someone literally came to me at an event and was like, dude, I feel like you haven't been releasing as many episodes. I was like, I'm so sorry.
This was a TV.
I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. But yeah, let's try to recap the year.
I like your accountability. That's on her, by the way. This has nothing to do with me and Mob.
Okay. Not on me, child. Not on me, child.
Yep.
So I want to start with eventing scene, actually.
Ooh.
I want to start with the eventing scene. And did you attend any major events last year that like you can think about that kind of like you will say you would have wanted to talk about and comment on?
You're putting me on the spot here.
I will, because
I'm trying to think. You know, it's a blur between 2023 and 2024, right? For me.
I don't know.
All I remember is playing somewhere, okay?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I
But
think-
also, I feel like if you're not DJing at a place, I feel like you're not someone who goes and attends a lot of big.
Sendakuka. I used to attend these.
Yeah, you used to.
I loved them. I loved every single event. You know. Yeah, but of late, veluti uyasukuma nje.
And your body says, nah.
Yeah, because most of the time, I think the biggest challenge that I faced personally last year was the fact that, and even this year, I noticed, I did a lot of jazz events actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I decided to take a break from the tush, you know. I started feeling like the playlists sound the same. The music that's commercialized sounds the same. These guys are my perspective of things. So I
Yeah.
decided to just swing the other way, and I moved back to the jazz. And those were fun, you know. Like,
Yeah.
a couple of them were fun. I remember going to the Untitled Basement, and I bumped into Kid Funk. I was like, hey, Alan, how are you, my man? You are here. We're going to listen to jazz. None of that doof. Yes, yeah. We were listening to what was this band that was the Kuchenga.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, so it's just that attachment that I have to music in a sense. And yeah, just relating and also just talking to those artists, because we have this tendency, as people of house, of forgetting that those are actual artists. Actual. Hi, Nina, DW. No. You can also infuse them, by the way, just FYI. So it was also partially because of networking.
I see.
And creating good music.
Yeah.
It's not just a track. you
Yeah.
know. So, but it was quite fun. There was
I
a
wish
couple in
I wish I was
Melville.
there.
You were too busy. I tried to invite you to one.
gosh.
But your schedule last year was extremely.
It was a bit hectic.
Besides
I'm
the
not gonna
shows that we
lie.
did.
Yeah, besides the shows that it was a bit hectic.
So yeah, it was a real experience, I must say. Like,
Can I ask you something? Did you go to Chris Brown? Mob, did you go to Chris Brown? You didn't.
Imdala for lezo.
You do Mdala for Chris. You know, I want to ask
They're the
something.
same age, no, Chris Brown.
Yeah, that's. To me, I'm a child. So, you know what? I'm asking because I wonder, and like this is not also to kind of like put Chris Brown on blast, but I was kind of wondering, could we not have had Chris Brown at any other time of the year instead of having him within literally 16 days of activism in South Africa against GBV, considering his past? I was like, we could have had him literally I don't have a problem with Chris Brown coming and entertaining. If I was a big fan, I'd definitely, be there. But I'm just wondering, could we not have had him at another time? Perhaps the 17th of December. I don't know, because it's, the first 16 days. Was there mob? Was there anything about that online or anything? Was there chats about that? I don't know.
Remember that people tried to
boycott him coming.
To have a petition signed and all of that stuff, right?
Yes.
But the one thing I can say about Chris Brown is that Chris Brown has proven to be a master survivor.
100%. I also
almost every year.
Yeah.
He's catching a case almost every year. And I'm not even exaggerating. Like there's usually, especially fights.
Yeah, he gets apparently puts his hands on people. Apparently
gets into a lot of fights. So catching a lot of cases, but every year people try to cancel him, and every year.
It's difficult to cancel. I don't believe in cancel culture, by the way. I've said this multiple times. I think on this pod as well, I've said it.
Yeah.
I don't believe in cancel culture.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like literally when you do something bad that society deems, I guess social media and society deems, it's offensive and it's
society
bad.
On is just bad.
Exactly. Ngati society doesn't do, exactly. Right. Then cancel culture is like, we are cancelling your entire career. You can't work. No playing your music because you've offended everybody. So cancel culture just says you're cancelled.
Dude.
So it says you're literally cancelled. I don't believe in cancel culture.
Ni cancel umuntu ku social media, icimi social media yonke. Nani nibe cancelled. That would be funny. Like they'll internet.
Yeah, but internet. I don't believe in cancel culture. Like I said, I was just wondering was there any backlash? He was here on the 14th and 15th of December, or 15th and 16th, something like that, though. Within the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence in South Africa. I honestly...
And which gender attended?
I'm sure... The girls love Chris Brown. No, guys, I have no problem. Like I said,
Don't cancel me. Shit. Cancel.
Please, but honestly, I think, like we said, we talk about everything on this podcast, so I felt like I'm not gonna, and I'm uncensored. I don't come with ignorance or anything like that. It's a platform for knowledge and sharing knowledge. No ignorance here, please. Why?
Off the record, right?
Yeah.
But we are on the record.
I'm happy to be on the record. Put me on the record. I'm getting to that. I'm getting to Kaytranada.
You went. You're not getting to it.
I went.
Alone.
I'm getting to that. And because I was wondering if you went to see Chris Brown first to see, because everybody was raving about the show. Obviously, it's Chris Brown. He puts on a great show. He was walking on air. On top of the people net.
Tell me, how can you breathe with no air? Schwarz those are called. Why? Chris Brown.
Yeah. I'm sure he put on a good show. I did go to Kaytranada, obviously.
How was that?
It was good. It was good, and
which section?
But the thing about me is
VIP.
Yeah, but that's neither here nor there. But the thing about me is that I don't know whether it's because I am in entertainment that I'm so critical about events. Oh, yeah. Is that why?
Yeah.
Or is anyone else seeing some things?
It's like being a DJ. That
DJs are annoying.
Yeah.
Like
push.
DJs are so annoying.
The same applies. Like, because you're in the entertainment space, you tend to see things from a different lens. Because the people that went there genuinely enjoyed it.
Who said they enjoyed?
Well, a friend of mine, right, says they enjoyed it.
What did he say? Because Kaytranada's performance was obviously
Ebenza
great.
so.
Kaytranada was great. No, don't get me
A
wrong.
computer and
Kaytranada
Uncle
was
Waffles.
great.
So
No, but listen, your friend is not wrong. Kaytranada was great. Kaytranada I think he did an hour 30 performance. It was amazing. I was like, ayo, Loputi, where does he get all this stamina and energy?
zonke ingoma zakhe.
Zonke ingoma zakhe, I was like, not zonke, but he obviously has a huge catalog, to be honest with you, because there's some songs that you're hoping for him to play and he didn't get to them. He has a huge,
And there's
huge catalog. Yeah, like he did. Kind of question is that, Laz?
No, because ngeke download ingoma iTunes.
Oh, because he's got like
ngazama ukuthi ay ngibona le ngoma le it's not
kaloku mos
sitting.
usequence ezihlalayo mos.
Oh,
You
so
see- you
that
see-
explains then why he didn't play his full set.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, I guess so.
But you play Kaytranada.
I do play Kaytranada's music.
Yeah,
All like a
I saw
lot.
that last year,
Yeah,
jeez.
I do.
You actually summoned him through playing his
I'm
songs.
I'm so glad he came. Kaytranada is actually one of my favorite artists. So to see one of your favorite artists playing his music literally in front of you is pretty dope. I appreciate
Like
creators.
you're a fan, so-
I'm a fan.
Now we're my fans of
Jenk,
Big Boy.
exactly, I guess. I love Kaytranada.
We mix ngoma.
Oh, you saved my life. Oh, he
So
hates that.
then the question
It was
reverts back to you.
It was so yeah, you know, Kaytranada, the Milk and Cookies Festival, in my opinion, it could have been curated better. I was not happy about the curation of the lineup. I was also not happy about this.
Because bongekho line up.
No, that's not why. I'm not even hating because of that. I feel like if you're gonna bring Kaytranada to South Africa, give him supporting acts that fit the sound. Choose a venue that fits Kaytranada's sound as well. The after party was way better than the main
Kuleyandawo
events.
leyana.
Kuleyandawo.
Wasathan.
Lol.
Snake Park. Snake Park lapha.
Pay mid-range.
It was a snake park there lapha. Wasathan lapha.
If you know, we
How was it though? Did you go
The after
there?
party was
Or
good.
Where did you go? Did you go?
I went to the main events. See,
Okay.
this is the thing. Klambi, perhaps I didn't catch the information on time because I was like, why are we calling it a festival if it's a garden party for one day?
Okay.
So, but eventually we found out that there's a pre-party, a main party, and an after party. Eventually.
party.
And a Cape Town party. I guess it was the same
Handakazi
thing.
exclusive Cape
I've
Town.
got no idea. So it wasn't exclusive. It was for Cape Town.
Wait, sorry. So Kubiyela Cape Town, right? Azange uye Cape Town last year.
I always go to Cape Town.
Uyobukela ishow. Didn't you go
For
like,
Daisies.
for a Daisies? or
Yes,
something?
I'm
So,
getting to
yeah,
Daisies.
You're the person.
I'm the one who attends all the events.
question that you asked, right?
I am getting to Daisies. But you took me to Kaytranada, so I thought, let me just get that out of the way.
sorry.
Kaytranada, so the Milk and Cookies Festival, like I said, it could have been curated better. The after party was good. I don't know if you went to the show, the Milk and Cookies and the Kaytranada shows, and you feel differently than I do. Just hit me up. What you think of all the events that I'm talking
Comment.
about? Comment, yeah. And if you have other, in
We won't
fact,
remove
events
your
that you
comment.
went to, we'll never do that unless they are hate, crime, or
Sokulanda-
racist
sokulanda
or
kini.
sexist.
Sokulanda kini.
So it was good. It just like I said, it was not. I think they could have done better with putting together the event and curating the lineup.
Yeah.
You see now, Daisies. I love Daisies. I love Daisies. Everybody knows I love Daisies. But someone said Daisies gets worse and worse and worse every year. And I don't disagree.
Is it the same management?
No. Apparently they changed sponsorships
Oh, snap.
last year.
Jeez.
It was smaller. We noticed. Daisies, Stain City, we definitely noticed. It was smaller.
Oh, yes. You know, I like what you're saying because even before, like me, I don't know anything about these things, right? So already you could hear in the whispers, because I know a lot of record label execs.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So whenever we're chilling,
Yeah.
we're chilling like just like Conin or
Yeah.
upstairs. What's that place opposite Black Brick 3? So we'll be chilling there.
Yeah.
Ah, dude, are you attending? Yazi la bafana bayiphetha baphayiza.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what do you mean baphayiza? I don't even know about this. So already you're discouraging me from attending this.
No, I don't want to.
I'm just
Please
saying,
do.
I'm just saying these guys that I maybe
Oh,
talk
yeah.
to.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Those individuals are already coming at it because maybe they have something against abantu
Abantu bakwa the organizers.
the organizers. Yabona, maybe they have a beef of sorts. So they're already discouraging me as an individual to go there, you know.
Yes.
Then there's old heads that have been going there. Like
Yeah.
My other twin, Nkichimana Chabs, uthi, hi, mina ngisaya Cape Town this year. Ngithi, why? I funny to line up. Hi.
Dude, I don't, you have no idea. Like, I don't hate anybody, ne? I love all my entertainers. But I want to ask, let's ask our audience. Are you guys happy with the events that are being hosted in South Africa? Like, are you happy? Because I find that when I'm asking questions to consumers, like to party goers or event goers, they are saying the same thing of, we're tired of seeing the same people.
The same songs.
And the same music. I literally went to Kaytranada's show. Literally, Horns in the Sun was played 3 times in 3 hours.
You know, so...
Make that make sense.
Nasemotweni xa usiza.
Oh, Mamelu, make it make sense.
Even the ad on Instagram, you know. So I think it's a great song, by the way.
It's an amazing song. Obviously, it's an amazing song. That's
Moti,
why.
I was like, Ryan, ngicela ukufeature ngoma zami. Right. Look, ziningi izinto, like I think also as you were asking us, right, as attendees.
Yes, I'm
Like,
also
we play a big
a
role.
festival goer as well.
We play a big role in the decisions. Look, if I'm an event sponsor, right, I'm going to look at who has the most numbers, first and foremost, right? So, not whether they have the same music or whether they work or not, whatever, it doesn't matter. Numbers don't lie. It's all about social media, right? Like that's what has become the norm. That's how I feel. And number 2, it's like gratitude. You go to an event, right? Where's your Kaytranada t-shirt?
Oh, flip. I didn't buy one. I could still purchase a Kaytranada Timeless Tour t-shirt online.
I think it's something that should have been included in the ticket.
I think so too.
Like
I think so
gratitude,
too.
it takes a lot for a person. Yes, it could be Mampara for another person, right? Who went there to that event.
I think so too.
Just
It was an expensive
a
ticket.
memory.
It could have been included. Or a
Even
bandana.
do you know how much a t-shirt is? Like
No,
a cheap
how much is a
to
t-shirt?
print. Could 80 rand, 50 rand.
Show me where you can get that. Show me so I can do
Yabona
merchandise
eJP,
for the Citations
khona JP,
child.
And yes, I'll take you there. Don't
Take
worry.
me.
Because then what you do is you give value to that kid who sacrificed his last money. You came from all the way from Alex. Asuke Alex ntwana yabantu embashile wageza that day mfana wahamba waya laphana to go watch this idol, right? This guy that often a producer to become like them. Then they have nothing like gratitude. And also in our sense, if I'm not VIP, what am I getting?
Yeah, I was VIP and I got nothing.
Yo, you VIP and did you sit down at least?
No, I did not. The experience was
Drinks,
lacking.
nyana.
No.
Rider.
No. The experience.
Okay,
Maybe I was not a VIP.
Nyana,
Maybe I was not a
you had-
VVV.
how
No. Maybe I wasn't a VVV.
So the problem then ukuthi okokuqala nje i-VIP nje.
Maybe I
Yes,
was
it's
not
no
a
longer
VIP. Maybe I
Was the
wasn't.
drinks cheaper or
Nothing.
Where, my
They were
man?
toilets were better.
guys send me my event from my toilet.
Yes, we're going to events for toilets.
Hi,
We're
guys,
going to events for toilets.
Sengiswabe.
Exactly. Like one thing I'll tell you
Better
though.
parking.
No. Definitely
Still
not.
packed with us. We'll pack you in.
You know, can I tell you something? Actually, Daisy's last year, I did. We usually do Daisyland, which is the glamping. Everything is set up for you. But last year, we decided to. I got the Daisy's tickets complimentary, right? And then we decided to, because we're going with some friends. There was a lot of us. We decided to camp. like to pitch tents and create like a community. I enjoyed that experience. I enjoyed it more than glamping, because at glamping we were separated. So I enjoyed. I'm not gonna lie. The experience of pitching your own tent and you guys have a community. I enjoyed that part. I didn't think I'd enjoy it as much as I did. It was a lot of walking though. It was a lot of walking. It was a lot of walking. And the thing about me is I don't
You
like
had to use ways to
yeah, I'm
get to the
trying.
next
I had
stage.
to Google Maps our way to the
left.
stages. I'm telling you.
No
But
way.
it was. I think I ended up obviously at some backstages. But I personally don't like the backstage experience. I like
Yeah, 'cause the
the
production.
It's like people trying to act fresh, man.
Siyabazi. Sibathela ngamanzi.
Actor fresh. I'd rather be with people who are there to have fun. But my takeaway from Daisies, the best thing was this group of guys called Omagoq. I was introduced to Omagoq at Daisies, and I've caught them probably they were doing the after party as well at the Kaytranada after party. These guys are so cool. I am obsessed with these guys. And that was my takeaway, and I'm happy that I know them now.
What are those guys doing?
Benza igqom, Mjana.
Oh.
Benza igqom, they're so cool.
And when you're on your way to Gqom,
I'm
or
on my way to
from
Gqom.
Afro, your neighbors.
I used to play Gqom, actually.
That's what I'm gonna do when I turn 50.
Yeah, I used to play Gqom. Like, if I get booked in freaking Japan and Europe, I'm playing Gqom if I get booked in Asia. I'm not even joking. I'm playing 100%. 100%. I wanted to say something with the note of curation, with the note of events that I thoroughly enjoyed the curation of. Soulection. I don't know if you've heard of Soulection.
Did you go to that thing?
I went to Soulection.
Leya show SoundCloud.
SoundCloud, ne? And there's a SoundCloud, Soulection, because they were celebrating 14 years of Soulection last year.
Yeah, Podomatic.
Podmatic, ne? Podmac, is it Podmac or Podmac?
Podomatic,
Yeah, okay.
Podomatic.
So they've just yes,
they
and
had-
they went on YouTube as well. Now they
YouTube.
became like a visual experience. I think on YouTube, they
How
a
was
visual
it?
experience. To be quite honest with you, it was amazing.
Bono
Her set was great. Fif's opening set was amazing. Honestly, it is one of the best curated events I've been to. I got introduced to DJs such as Bilal. He plays. I think
Bilal.
it's like a techie, a fast techie type of
DJ
sound.
Bilal?
Yeah, a DJ called Bilal.
Oh, not Lotula, that's Mazi.
Not Lukulayo, yeah.
Okay.
There's a DJ called Bilal I got introduced to. He plays like a techie electronic sound. Like, it's very fast. It was so enjoyable. I can't pronounce Mojaki. I think it's Mojaki. I think it's Mojaki. Another DJ I got introduced to. I can't pronounce it properly because it's spelt. So maybe he'll come on the pod and tell me how to pronounce his stage name. His stage name. He also was kind of doing like a fast electronic type of techie type of sound. It was so good. It was well curated. You can tell whoever was putting together Soulection knew what they were doing with the. It was good. No, it was a good lineup. It was a good running. It is what I expected for Kaytranada. I was like, these people, why weren't they booked to open for Kaytranada? Because this is what I was expecting. I was expecting this sound. I was
I feel
expecting.
like the more commercialized the event is, the more lacking it is.
People book their friends, dog. Let's be honest.
You see, I
They
told
don't
you
do their
guys,
research,
kune
they just book
agenda.
their friends.
Ne agenda. Ne agenda. That's why I attend.
Do your research. Do your research. Do your research. People,
Yeah, the more commercialized. I mean, Kaytra was commercialized, and I feel like it was like everything was forced. Because what happened is that I went online. I think we chatted about it. I think we had a phone call, and then I told you about the Cape Town one. But I wasn't
Yeah, you
there.
told me about the Cape Town
But
one.
a lot of, again, music executives, very weird,
Yeah.
were on TikTok and all these platforms, saying it was nonsense. They say they had to walk like for kilometers to go to a busy road, and it was dark, to go catch the nearest Uber. The lack of organization in that sense. The traffic officers left. It was a nightmare. So the whole concept was at some farm apparently in Cape Town. And he has Cape Town disclaimer.
Which farm was
the
it called?
only
Ostrich farm.
The only thing I know about Cape Town, abafana abaqale sokhuluma ngabo labo bafana.
LOL. Is it called Ostrich Farm? Because that's where Daisy's is. Which, by the way, how do you host a Kaytranada? That's my thing. I was like, how do you host Kaytranada? How do you do a garden party for Kaytranada? But it's fine.
It's okay. Fast,
it's okay. It's okay.
So what happens? So Kaytranada announces, I'm coming to South Africa.
It'd be fast. It was literally 3 months, dog.
Are there people that bid for this tender to host Kaytranada? How does it work?
I don't know.
I
don't know how it.
You to know this stuff. So when you attend, but you don't know this.
No, not that I don't know. It works differently for different shows. It works differently for different shows, because a promoter has a South African promoter. What they do, they probably reached out to a South African promoter, a well-known one, who will then put together the production, who will put together. Or an agency. Do you get me? So it's either an agency or a promoter. Then they go, we have to look for the funding. And then after we look for the funding.
20,000.
No, they definitely have, like, it costs more than that. It will cost more than that because they then need to recoup their costs, but then they're using his name, obviously, to recoup the costs of the show. But it's definitely, they probably contact a promoter from South Africa, or they contact an agency from South Africa, because there are promoters.
It's not a bidding war, would he?
It could also be a bidding war. I'm not sure. I think it's different for every.
We should start our own Sileta Bantin.
The thing that you're bidding for is you're not necessarily, yes, you might be bidding against other promoters in your country, but what you're bidding against is you're bidding for time in that artist's diary. Because if you're Kaytranada, you could literally be anywhere in the world, right? So the fight is not a South Africa fight per se. It's a global fight, right? Because it's like, take when Burna Boy comes to, Burna Boy comes to do DSTV Delicious, right? Part of the rider is, the type of transport, all of that stuff, because they understand that, okay, we need him for a couple of hours in South Africa, because chances are either that night or the day after, he's in a completely different part of the world for another, for another show. So you're fighting for time in his diary. And you're fighting to make sure that your check clears so that they can confirm that time in his diary. Yeah. Because provisional bookings, all of that stuff,
they don't work.
You go for the person that has paid you. You might provisionally book Sai, right? For, let's say, the 14th of February, which is Valentine's Day, right? But if you're still faffing around to pay the deposit that she requires by Wednesday, right? I come in and I have another gig and I'm like, here's your full fee. We can guarantee your rider. She's obviously going to, right? And that's why we always see these things where people start promoting a show and then we then hear that an artist canceled. Artists haven't canceled. They've just gone with someone that has paid them, because someone would have made a provisional booking and then they are using that person's name to maybe go out and raise funding to secure the booking and all of that stuff. But what you're fighting is
for the time.
Is securing the person's diary. Okay. Yes.
So it's frustrating. I can imagine being in that situation.
No, you have to have it. You have to have that 100, 200K, 500K already sitting, and then you're gonna recoup the cost from
goodness. That's
the
so much
event.
Pressure. No, I wouldn't.
So you have to. Eventing is difficult.
Miss me.
Eventing is so difficult, dog.
That's
why I'm always sometimes even like, I make an example about, I always say there are some artists that are South African that we probably cannot even afford anymore because they probably so big. Black coffee, for example. I'm like, can we still afford black coffee as a nation?
If
siyahlanganisa zonke mhlawumbe i-1,000 rand zethu okanye mhlawumbe singama-afforda. I'm just like, sometimes, can we afford black coffee as a nation? Like, Usiril asibhujela black coffee, ne? It was, but these events they were okay. But if anyone else has different opinions, you're more than welcome to share those opinions with us. But are you gonna attend some with me this year? I'll call you, me. I'll call
dude,
you.
I'm look, listen, this is a lot has happened, okay? A lot has happened. Like I've become somewhat introverted because
I feel you.
That like it's like I've attended all these things and I'm happy for the guys and the people that are making the money. And I'm not also brave enough to throw an event anymore, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
no.
it's like, okay guys, bye bye. I mean, I'll just sit in my corner. Yabona la khona yami yaza ngithi khona yami lapha eHyde Park ngihlala
Yes,
khona
child.
nje or shaye lokho kwethu okwe milk, yes, or yeah, because like I'd rather go watch, who's that guy who just Temba.
Oh yeah.
Those are people that I would
Why
like.
was Just Timber not booked to play? Never mind.
I have preferences.
I always say if these promoters are struggling to curate, Kulumanati.
Will help you. So
Even Kulumanati.
Yeah, Kulumanati will be
We'll tell you
experts.
we'll tell you to book.
Okay,
Maybe that's what we should do. We should start an agency where we consult.
I'm a legend, man.
Yeah, Kulumanati, man. Kulumanati. Asinamona, Tina.
Yeah.
Asinamona. We're not greedy. Asinamona.
So toilet, not a discount, but so toilet at decent rate.
At decent rate.
Yeah, so there's a lot also that's happening. I think on my front mainly, it's also the whole music thing, I was looking at the statistics behind like just music in general. So I like
From last year.
Yeah, the trends. While it's been a 3 to 4 year kind of like study that I've conducted, the trends in which the trends and the ways in which we consume music as South Africans.
Sure.
I like what you said earlier that Horns in the Sun played 15 times. It's probably because it's out there the most, right?
We're not saying it's out there. I have a problem with that. Respect me as a consumer. You're like, okay, maybe people.
Which I feel like if you.
And this one jive it,
So me as
but you know what? Let me tell you something. I wasn't literally during the crowd with the crowd. This guy literally goes, "This is the third time this song." So I looked at him. I was like, "Dude, right?" So I was like, if people that are noticing, it's not just us who are the DJs who are noticing.
When Amapiano came out, there was a song that played 15 times now. So Lena, let genre yen futhi wena, you are part of this mess. Le 3-4
I'm
step
happy.
yen, le 3-4 step yen, le ukuthiwa eka-taxing, kuthiwa eka-taxing.
Eka-taxing.
Uzoxabana nabantu base Free State. Niyazaza ngithi guys, sharp. Represent
guys, ninja. This is what you guys do.
No,
you're gonna
that's
act,
all I said.
I'm not
gonna add anything beyond that.
I'm just saying, Free State, come for me.
Yeah,
let's
come
go.
for her. Limutli like Irabafit. Attack.
Come for me. Let's talk.
But
let's talk.
Essentially, when a new genre is introduced, right, the biggest song in that genre becomes.
But the point is, let's be honest.
Right?
It doesn't matter who starts what. Let's be honest with that. It doesn't matter.
When
I think that's.
up and then he up.
Oh, I thought that's where you were going.
No, ndifuna ukuthetha ngalento yokuthi wena uthi ihorns, for example, that guy said Horns in the Sun.
Okay, we're saying it trends when.
Yeah, trends and consumption. It falls as part of that, unfortunately, because that's one of the greatest songs in that genre.
I agree.
Oh. Nalega Oscar, yebo God.
We got taxing now.
Yabona. So, I mean, that discovery of that genre is so insane, right? So I think we can't really fault the fans at the same time, and that's
I agree. I'm faulting the DJs, not the fans, child.
I haven't heard you play Footy
Horns in the Sun. Funny enough, I can count how many times I've played Horns in the Sun, because I'm sure the first time I played Horns in the Sun was the year before last. It was at Playground.
Okay. Yeah.
It wasn't even. It was a playground.
Okay.
Literally, I
That's when
ended my set with, Ibisangena.
Yeah. I think I saw that clip.
Yeah, you saw it.
Clip, yeah.
I ended the set with Horns in the Sun. I wasn't even planning on playing it, but
Begum-
in fact,
it-
because the
Begum
DJ
mind
before
and
me
it was a
played
Saturday.
it,
Oh.
I think my manager begged me. He was
Oh.
like, please, just play it. I was like, eh,
Why shy?
you know what? It's fine. I'll play it. And I played it, and apparently I played it differently. They enjoyed how I played it.
Yeah.
Because I played it differently. I don't know what that means. But my point is, I guess
You played the bot version, not the piracy
The bot.
version. What are you trying to say about the DJ before you? We downloaded
know,
YouTube.
no.
See, Anna,
Ooh,
begging the
child.
food. Male style nyana saying, which camera is working la mob? Ni busy ni chonching ngoma la. YouTube, which one? That one, yes. Nyangbona, imlo. Kai one ni busy ni chonching ngoma YouTube. Don't do that. Bye. Track source corner. You can swipe on Temu, but you can't. Track source. Guys. Slambile. I'm artistic. Well, not me. I'm an artist. Okay, now me artist.
Now we artistic.
Now.
Yes.
Feed
Slambile.
Stuffing. Temu's not stuffing.
You know, before you went on to the trends chat, because I do want you to take me through whatever trends you probably went through, like that you have for me for last year. But before you go there, guys, did we have a song of the year?
One's in the sun.
Hands in the Sun was not a last year's song. Hands in the Sun was a song of the year before, not last year.
Do you see what I said about being lost?
In my opinion, it was Birimarung.
Birimarung was not released in
Right.
20. Birimarung is a song. When was Birimarung released?
Last year.
It came just in time.
2024. It was.
Is it?
Yeah, it was and it was a fourth quarter song as well.
That's okay. So to you, it was Birimarung.
Also, if the radio stations are to be played,
Yes.
I heard it I stand to be corrected. I think it was Metro and one or two other stations at the New Year countdown. That is the song they played.
Ona.
Ona. Birimarung.
I don't think too.
What song did I play at midnight? I'm trying to think because it's also a song that is loved by a lot of people that they were happy to hear for New Year's. I forgot what the song. Imithandazo. Even though Imithandazo. Izwa imithandazo yaba.
What year was that song
It
released?
was not exact. It's not a song from the year from last year, from 2024.
A lot of other
It's
people are
not.
saying it's that guy.
But the traction and that it carried it out throughout 2024, even though it was not released. So someone said, Lord, 2024 is so weird and whack that we have to rely on songs from the previous year to be song of the year. That's
I agree with Mob, what he said.
About
just now.
Birimarung.
Because I would be going to the gate and there's a kid.
Oh, no.
I'm like, this nigga, 5 years old. What you know about it?
Right? What do you know about Birimarung?
So I think it's the push that they put behind it.
I think so too.
Statistically, in terms of publishing, they probably should be getting like millions.
Probably.
I need to just take a moment to acknowledge Focalistic because honestly, there's like 7 people on that song, right? And it's the Focalistic
It's
piece.
the vocalisticness of
Yeah,
the song.
It's almost like Count Impela a couple of years ago. Just that 30 seconds of that song was what popped off. And in the same way with Birimarung, if you haven't listened to the whole song, you'd think it's just Focalistic
Yes, you
on his
would.
own.
It's not, but Focalist is not the one who does the Birimarung hook. He is not. He does
Yes.
the bridge. He does
Yeah.
the bridge.
And
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
and that's what
He
I
does
mean.
the bridge, the cash contant.
Guys, I didn't
The song is
even
actually
know-
people think it's called cash contant.
I didn't
also.
even know that was the same song.
It's a lot of people don't know that. It's the
These
same
are-
song. Birimarung and
So
cash
I'm
contant.
somewhere, I don't want to say Benglula, Bengoting 2 beers. Okay, Bengoting Lumuntu 2 beers, disclaimer. Usai, Bengoting side 2, Masavano 2. So, yes, I would do better draft 10, Simon, cash contant.
Is
I thought that's a different song.
a lot of people. I think a lot of people low-key might have.
As I'm standing there by the till, I'm about to pay. I'm like, oh my
Birimarung.
goodness, it's this song. This is the
Ona.
same. What? So it is then, we conclude that it's the same song. then.
I'm not gonna lie. Focalistic turns up like that bridge that he did. I don't know what I don't understand a word that he says. Everybody
to
knows this.
Pretoria.
I
How do
do
you
not
survive?
understand a word
How do you
he
survive
says, but it
Centurion?
sounds cool though. It sounds cool. So did Mob? Is this you saying we were in consensus in general as South Africa that Birimarung, or is this how you feel?
This is how I feel. And funny enough,
I say pick along.
Funny
Eastern
enough,
Cape,
when
it's not
we were-
it's not fact.
when we were ringing in the new year, there was a bunch of us at one of my friends' house, and we were all sitting there like, guys, what is the song of the year? And a couple of us were just like, guys, it's Birimarung. And
Yes.
what we did was literally the measure we used was literally what I just said. We put on a couple of big radio stations, and we just waited for the
I'm
countdown.
glad you guys did that.
And at the countdown,
Biri Marung was the
Biri
song.
Marung was the song that was played.
Okay, I'm glad. To me, Mop, we take that as fact.
Because in the Eastern
In the
Cape,
Side Sessions podcast, for now, we'll take that as fact.
Usatrenda
I
is
doubt
also
in the East.
Kankulule even today if you go there.
Look, we can't consider that's true, by the way. But it's true.
Shit.
But we cannot consider it a song of the year. But
time?
it's true.
Damn it.
It's definitely true. I love the Eastern Cape. Those are my people.
Also, guys, I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Especially for you as a DJ
Yeah,
person, right?
yeah.
So, generalistically, because I know that you were playing at a party, right?
Yeah.
And I know some deep house heads in some neighborhood somewhere, when you guys saw,
Yeah.
hypothetically,
Yeah.
they were playing and they had their own show, different shows, So Song of the Year essentially was based on where you were and
Where
what
you
you guys
were.
are feeling in that township. Perhaps you guys could leave comments for us. Am I allowed to say this kind of stuff?
Yes, you can.
Yes, kuma comments lapho nisitshele ukuthi Song of the Year yini. Because omunye umuntu uzothi Song of the Year ingoma deep house deep kakhulu.
You know what I saw on TikTok? There's a song that, and I'm sure we won't know because we don't listen to this genre. There's a song.
Ungathi we.
Okay, mhlawumbe I don't know. There's a
Listen
song.
to King Munata.
Maybe you'll know the song. I don't know. I don't remember the name of the song, but it's a Atamiya song that a lot of people were saying this should be the song of the year. Or a song from Limpopo or something like that. I don't remember what the title is.
Oh, lento yaseLimpopo.
It's Tatamiya. I think it's a Zulu genre, but I won't say it was a Bacardi genre because it wasn't the Bacardi of now, the Bacardi, the dance
what
music
you're saying.
Bacardi. But there's a song that sounded like old school Bacardi, and then people were like, "This should be the song." When I listened to it, I was so shocked. I was surprised. Perhaps someone can help me with the title. I forgot what it. I think it had an artist called Mahu in it. I don't know, but I'll find it one day if it's still relevant.
So it's
but
like,
that's what they said is the song of the. We just had so many speculations of what the song of the year was.
Depending on what your community is feeling.
Exactly. All I know is that I think I played Imitandazo, and because I was playing at a mature place, like the place I was playing was a mature audience, they wanted to kind of where was I? Yeah, I think so. There were just a lot of old people. So for them, Biri Marung was not their song of the year. That's what I'm gonna say, though.
Yeah, they drink whiskeys.
They drink whiskeys and wines. So tell me about the trends then, girl.
That's one of the trends.
Okay.
And then I've noticed that, like, we in the underground market, right?
Oh, I need to hear
we're
about the
trying to
underground
gravitate
market.
away from the commercial scene, and then there's a specific few that can play between two genres. For example, like you're a good example of this,
I
right?
do,
like
yeah.
You do soulful house, you do a little bit of deep house and Afro, and you are going into prom now.
Yes, child.
Yes, so that's like 4 genres. In fact, people like you don't get booked that much because you're a wild card.
People are confused.
Yeah, Vukusai, are you sure? No, I'm not coming to that show. Like, this is a piano show. That's another thing. So we've generalized events. I hate what's happening out here because I say kwalanto ukuthi ipati kale, be ipati kudlalwe yonke into. Like, it's like, okay, if we go up here and it used to be a specific record label that runs events there, for example, right?
Oh, they do not anymore.
Exactly. Do you know why? I can tell you why.
You can tell me.
Do you know why?
No, I don't.
Do you know that they don't run events there?
I don't.
Still...
I don't know if they still run events there.
Oh, being check ukuthi
No, I played recently, sometime last year there, and they were not the ones hosting us though. So I don't know if.
I feel like for me, for a person my age, my demographic, I speak for people my age. I don't understand this whole concept yoguti sise piano party.
Or like, what do you mean, niche events?
Niche events, like
I love niche events, but tell me your side.
But you went to a party somewhere in some hood, or wafika lapana, wafika bedlala piano only. and it was like you were like super frustrated because it was like
Because it was piano
from start to finish,
8 p.m. to
Yeah.
4 a.m.
So what I'm trying to say is that DJs are no longer playing sets. Now going back to trends, how that marries into this is now like even the sales of music, right, have become so pigeonholed. Like so
Yeah.
it's too clustered. So now if this market, let's say the three-step market is above the piano market, which will never happen, but but let's say that was the case, right? My sales drop deep house lapha, and it affects deep house badly, and then the deep house people get angry at these ones. Do you see what's happening? It's disjointed, like we're disjointed now. We've become low-key enemies of each other in a sense, you know, because of
In the industry or
in the industry, and just in the sense of what, like we can sit as peers, like don't give them the ox, you know. It's separating us essentially, this whole genre thing. And I feel like if we
no,
could
but that's
band together.
weird though.
What do you feel? What do you take from that?
No,
Because
you can't.
some
We
people-
can't say people's personal music preference is separating a nation or is
No,
separating.
not a
us.
nation.
Who then?
I'm not accountable for a nation.
Then-
But what I've observed, my trends are things that you observe.
I know. I mean,
So from my observation, it's like we'll fight for the aux cable because Mob listens to Skatamia. Or we won't invite Mob to the party because uzospora. Uzodlala lento yakhe le. Or sayizoza ngepiano, uzospora. So it becomes like, I feel like the separation. Do you get what I'm saying? When you started playing and you started DJing, right? You would play ukale ngengoma deep house, go into
I still treat my sets as a journey.
As a set, yes,
yeah.
as a journey, irrespective of the type of genre.
I treat my sets
Hence
as a
I say
journey.
the Shazams are low now because, and that leads to isn't like how it affects. So that's just something I wanted to share in terms of like trends that I've noticed.
You had a whole Spotify thing there.
Leo Sieza,
I want to see it now. It's time for it.
No,
Please
Chief.
go to it.
So just to wrap up the whole trend thing, I think like we should stop being so. You know, it's time we change that.
You know what I'm enjoying, me personally? I'm starting to see people are becoming more independent thinkers when it comes to the music that they're consuming.
Yeah.
And I love
Yes.
that.
Yes.
I enjoy that. Thank you for that, y'all. Finally, we are not zombies.
You know,
So
it's
if we continue that route, like it's going to be an exciting. But people, you know, they have FOMO, guys, because a certain song is trending and you want the clout, so you're gonna do what gets you the clout, because that's what people do, because they want the clout.
Sekhona leyo nto leyo.
Of course,
2025
Ikona.
clout
Yeah,
is
of
sekhona.
course. So 2025, go guys. The clout is so last year. So no, people always want clout, so they do certain things. They will do a certain trend just for the sake of getting followers, and I respect that. It's okay. It's okay. But for people who are aware that there is music out there, kudos to you.
Thank you. Keep it up, guys.
Keep it up.
There is a lot of music. And I've seen, so moving on to 2025, what I've noticed from a record label perspective, I've seen like, because of that, and I say this trend thing to marry it to something else, right? Stay away from your laptop. I say this to say that I was at a Christmas function, like
Yeah.
a family Christmas function, and there were like these kids, tertiary kids, like first year, going on to 16-year-olds, you know, like families will have my cousins and nephews and nieces, right?
Yeah.
And they were chilling there, and the playlist was so, I don't like family events because of I don't know, but I'm a 2000 or what, I don't know what they're called, but these people that are undecided. And then these kids, right? I don't know, maybe it's not Letwizis, ne? Laba manje, man, after the 2000s.
I don't know. Aren't they still called 2000?
When we 2000, futhi, kahle
Yeah.
kahle. So
Gen Alpha.
Oh,
Gen
is that the one he was looking for? Okay.
Gen
A,
Alpha
yeah.
is so woke. They listen to everything. You know,
Gen Alpha, yeah.
Gender Alpha.
iPad kids.
Yeah. What? So they're more awoke. Like they'll play like a full deep house playlist, and then as the sun sets, they'll go into private school piano. Like the curation is better than Numa 2000. You guys are the ones that. Are like
Wait,
this.
hold on. What are you? Are you talking Gen Zs or are you talking Gen
I'm
Alphas?
confused.
So we're talking about
Because
from
I
16 to 20
identify
year olds.
as a Gen Z.
Today, not last year. Today, 16 to 20-year-olds.
So
What
that's
are they?
Gen.
What are they
is that
called?
Gen Z or Gen?
I think
I think that's Gen Z
they would
still.
qualify as Gen Zs
Yeah.
because officially Gen Alpha is
The iPad
2010, 2010 onwards.
So how old would they be?
15.
15 this year.
14, 15.
So uyabona from 15 to 20, that demographic, the way they listen to music now, it's like a revolution is happening. They're going back to the way we used to listen to music, you know?
Are you sure?
I am sure. I was there, dude. I just told you I was there Christmas. I can't make this shit up, okay? I was there. I was like, hey, man. Hey, udlalwan. Also, I was happy because they played the song. That
I
distributed.
once said something on this podcast, Ndati, sometimes I'm not sure how I feel about the taste, how South Africans' taste of music is. Sometimes I'm like, hey, I'm not so sure. But now I'm sure that South Africans have great taste in music.
It's in safe hands.
Yeah,
Thanks
it's
to
in
the
safe
Gen.
hands.
You need to Gen what?
It's in safe hands.
Generation what?
Gen Alpha?
Gen Alpha's from 2010.
Yes, the kid.
I think this
Your
is.
kid is a Gen Alpha.
I think this is
No, you
Gen.
can't count my kid this part.
I think this is what you call.
Mine are cool.
She's a
They,
Gen
I think
Alpha,
these people what you're talking about. They qualify as a Gen Z.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we're safe, guys. But
I don't know if
yes,
we're safe,
Trust me, you
but
spend time with them.
no, it's not about spending time with them. I'm worried. I'm happy about the taste South Africans have in music, but I personally am worried about how we're consuming music. So
This is you speaking on behalf of a nation when you say South Africans.
I'm not speaking
we're
about
not the same ages, guys.
I'm saying how because we're living in an age, the TikTok age, which makes, from the perspective of a musician or creator, which makes creating music tricky because, first of all, you now need to create. You're creating under pressure.
Are you on TikTok?
I am on TikTok.
Did you see these new kids? What they do? They'll post. What are these songs? It's like abo on the couch, on the floor.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh my goodness, my parents used to groove to this, and they
like-
feel it.
Well, of course they are
Those
enjoying.
the kids
They
I'm
enjoy
talking
it's
about.
good music.
Those are so in terms of trends, right? What you find is that you, as a creator of music, is like now you're lost because of all of this riffraff. that's
You're
happening.
lost in the riffraff, yeah.
But now those kids are giving us hope. Okay, we can still create.
So are you happy about all these Amapiano remixes of old school songs that's happening?
And yeah, but it's a piano, so I wouldn't even know.
Have you not heard all of the remixes that the Amapianos are doing? All of them.
they even legal?
I think that's a good question. I have no idea. But because I think they may be because piano is so
Are they doing remixes of the house tracks?
it's samples of old school music like
soul.
Yeah.
About Aretha Franklin.
No,
types.
house music.
No
Which
way.
also house music also they
So
sample.
you are remixing
So
your house,
like
the house, because
like all music cafes when they do like a there's a piano version of that song.
Titini, Pinda foot.
Oh. The whole flow is in a freaking piano
the first
song.
part, little bit, but
I don't
go
know.
back.
The whole flow is in a piano song. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I think this is the piano version, but the flow is so cut and paste, literally bite. It's the same thing, and I don't even think it's even flagged for copyright.
I don't think it's a bad idea.
I don't even think it's flagged for copyright simply because it's the flow and not the exact lyrics.
It's okay.
It's not okay.
Let me tell you, when they do the remix of the actual track like that, not the flow.
It's not a remix.
When
but
they
it
like
sounds
bootleg.
like it is because it's not a bootleg.
Aibo.
Actually, let me ask you this: do you have a problem with bootlegs?
No, bootlegs are the shit. Oops.
That's an old school DJ.
Yeah, let me tell you why.
It's the
'Cause
culture.
I'm gonna go look for the original Nam, and be like, oh, this.
So this is what I'm saying. So this is a point that was made. The piano remixes, for instance, it's not a bootleg, right? Number one. They are making money from the music with the exact flow of someone's song.
I see. It's not
even it's a literal bite. It's literally a bite of the entire flow of the song.
So instead of
but
like
Something like that. Just
Okay,
little
yeah.
things that make it legal for you
Thabetha
to
Banyana,
buy to me.
when they- now-
Do you know the song?
Yeah, I know the
But
song
do you
you're
know the
talking
house
about.
version, the original?
The piano version.
Yes.
yeah.
So I doubt they're getting flagged
Dude,
for
look,
copyright for that.
It's broad. It's broad. I like whatever they're doing, right? As long as it takes us back to the original in some form or
What if they sample a song of yours, a flow of a song of yours? You won't get money from that. What if they do that?
Let them
What if
try.
someone decides to do that with your song?
Let them try. I get it. Look, some songs are old and like you remix a song from like overseas.
No, I mean,
So
look,
territory is everything in this case in what you're asking.
My
because
boy,
Charles Webster's not gonna hear that. Akalaleli mapiano.
even if Charles Webster does hear it, I doubt he can contest it much.
You can.
I don't know what the nuances of, like you literally just said, you can just modulate a song. You just, when you do it, you can do the exact same melody, just modulate it. Vele uchinche modulation yayo.
Jeez.
And then it becomes something else. I'm not going to pay you for that because that's not, do you get me? Do you get me? I don't know if I'm making sense.
You're making a lot of sense. I hear what you do.
But like
what you're saying.
yeah, so I'm wondering. That's just a wonder.
Because Bati, like, there's no original works
There's nothing new under the sun.
under the sun,
Yeah.
as of late especially. Like, if you try to create something new, it'll probably be rejected and only be utilized as a sample later.
But that's exactly why the
Jeez.
piano, I'm assuming they're doing it, because if you're not a focalistic, for instance, if you're not as big as a focalistic brand, you're gonna want something that's going to give us those memories. And what gives us
Nostalgia,
this,
yeah.
what gives us that nostalgia, like
it's a tough
taking a
topic.
sample or flow from a song from back in the day. Sometimes, even there's even songs that have like regular, like it's a babu, this is not even a song, but
Are these songs distributed on them? Spotify?
yes, these are legit songs.
So the problem here with Spotify, why is Spotify allowing this to happen?
Because like they can't do anything about it.
Njani?
What do you mean, Njani?
Look, they have obviously.
Hey, let's ask
technology.
Spotify how
Yeah,
they handle
Spotify,
it,
Bana,
actually.
why nyenza
How do you
so?
guys handle this situation?
Because they
actually,
have,
how do
sibafonela lapha, sifonela ubani loyana, yeah. So I think they have those technologies like Shazam. You know, Shazam exists, right?
But like I said, if you modulate something, Shazam is not going to find it. Shazam struggles.
Modulation.
Because it's the technical stuff that people do. It's that you cheat the code.
You cheat the
You cheat the
code.
code. We'll talk about this forever. We'll talk about it actually at some other point.
Like we need
let's
to take a deep
let's
dive
take
into
a
it.
let's take a deep
But
dive.
with Spotify, perpetrator yakho konke
You
lokho.
are not a fan of. I want to
But
see
uNick
what is
Holder
on
wayenza,
here.
yazi lento. Ba-da-da, da-da.
Is there not a piano version of that song?
Naye akusiyo yakho uNick Holder.
Yakusiye yakhe vele.
So vele,
That's okay, but I'm sure Nicole pays.
ouch. He probably did like a lot of money because the
He
whole
probably
song
pays.
is original.
He probably pays. But yeah. Anyway, let's move on because I feel like we've been on air for a bit now. Let's talk about.
Do you want to go on the break?
No. Let's not. No. What is a break,
No,
child?
the people deserve.
We can put a break in
the
there if
people
someone's
deserve
willing to
this
put
face.
money.
Hello, hi. The people deserve this face. Qhubeka ukhuluma. People asked you at an event, when are you doing the next podcast? So you have to catch up. It's Qhubeka.
No, yeah, exactly. We're gonna have more. Obviously, this is not gonna
Is
be
it a
the
promise?
only one. It's a promise. We're having more.
On behalf of the nation, this hand represents the nation.
Let's talk about forecasting for 2025. I'm excited this year. I would like to just put this out there. I'm excited for Latik. You am gonna mozo Latik.
Bani a rapper.
The producer.
Producer Chess.
Okay. Oh, but I'm excited for him. Yamqonda Most Chronicled Ay
Yes,
Baba.
yes. Yeah, I know
So he
Chronicled.
kind of also co-produced on Ay Baba.
It's dope, that
It's
guy.
actually, I'm convinced
I like
it's
that
his
song.
sound. I'm
That's
convinced it's his sound, but someone
Or
else.
Ulatiki, sound yakhe leyo. Oh snap! So what did he do now? Like,
I'm excited for him.
It looks bright.
Yeah, I'm excited for him. I'm so excited for him, Nje,
Will
because
see
now
Black- will see Black
it seems
Woman.
as though South African deep house is trying. Yo, guys, we're good at this house thing.
To collaborate more with
Not even
what's happening,
collaborate,
or-
but yeah, it's trying to not be underground anymore. And the things Will Chronicle Deep are doing, are putting it in competition with commercial sounds, and that's good.
Yeah, so they've taken it from about the days of Pierre Johnson to what it is
Exactly.
now. Okay.
Exactly.
And the infusion, of
Then
course.
exactly.
Nice.
So Baba, for instance, is a great track.
I heard you play this song.
Baba is a great.
And I was a bit confused with him, like, dum. I was like, hey, what's happening? Why are my feet? Why are my feet moving? Not Ludes.
Ludes.
Jeez.
When she played it, I had so much fun. I can forget why, but
I
I've
remember
always,
this guy.
I've always been
Ludes.
aware of these
Ludes
artists.
comes to me. Yo, I can't wait to play. I'm like, what's wrong?
Because
with
she
you?
wants to play
Like,
Hi Baba.
Dude, you know what time she arrived at the gig?
Yeah.
2. Oh, well, in Doklali, Hi Baba. Sorry, Lutz, but I had to. Like, I was anticipating Lutz's set. I'm like,
I'm quite aware.
I have to
of
be here for
these
this.
artists.
I was like,
I'm
what?
quite aware
so
of these
you
artists.
are right. The way they've transformed these guys.
Because
like,
listen to the
quality
sound.
yabo.
Yeah,
Oh,
listen to the
dude.
sound, to some of his work from 2022, 2020. So, but I'm very excited.
This is Si's recommendation. Okay,
And
you should do
trust
like
me,
you should do like a Spotify playlist.
people are asking me to do a Spotify. They
Actually,
ask me all the
not
time.
Spotify, sorry.
Guys, I'm doing so much.
Guys, we are leaving Spotify. Asazwan is Spotify.
I want to get paid for my playlist, by the way. That's why I have not done a playlist as of yet. Mob, am I going to get paid on Spotify if I put together a playlist
As a curator,
as a curator?
do you work for it?
Can we find that out? Because I've had people ask,
I don't think you're gonna do that. It's likely gone. Why should you be paid for a playlist?
because I pay for for a playlist. Exactly. So listen. So that's my time essentially. That's me putting together that playlist. That's my time. So
Yeah, but
I want to get paid
what
for my
sort
time.
of-
So
yeah,
wait,
yeah,
I'm not
but
fighting. I'm not fighting
Yeah.
Spotify for not paying. I'm saying I want to do a playlist in a way that I can monetize from it. So if that means
Yeah,
doing a
but
mix and
that's
putting
not-
it up on Mixcloud and putting a paywall on there, I'm going to do that. Then that's my option.
How? That's illegal.
It's not illegal. Mixcloud literally you can subscribe to, people can subscribe to your channel on Mixcloud and for a fee.
I was about to say that.
And you create content on Mixcloud.
I hear what you're trying to do, but
I
I
don't-
don't think it's a thing like that. I want you to think about something,
Yes.
right?
Oh, Nkosi yami. I want you to think about something. Let's go.
Have you ever paid for a has a DJ ever been paid for a live mix on radio?
Because no.
Right, let's hold that in one space. When a top 40 radio station, not top 40 radio station, when 5FM, YFM, any one of these stations, 947, it's a Saturday and they are running down their top 20, top 40, whatever it is, are they getting paid for that?
I think that's different because they do not do those playlists.
Someone is
Someone who gets paid.
Okay, fine. The top 40s are a bit different because you can
Yes.
sponsor top 40.
You can sponsor top,
right?
yes.
But in the same way that a DJ is not getting paid for a live mix,
I think that's...
you're not getting paid for a mix on Spotify.
I agree, Mob. So here's where...
If someone is going to sponsor your playlist, then I think that's a different. That's something different.
Can that happen on Spotify? That's
I
what
don't
I'm-
think it's about happening on Spotify.
That's
I
the
think
problem with Spotify.
See, I get my problems with Spotify. So,
They'll get paid, but I don't get paid for my time.
But what I'm saying is, Spotify is not going to pay you for that.
That's okay.
If I was Spotify, I would not pay
That's
you for
fine.
that.
I'm
But
going
what
where I'll
But
get
what
paid.
I'm saying is, if you can organize your own deal on the side, right? So, for example, if I'm just going to use, we're talking about Carl Cox earlier on, just randomly,
Yeah.
right? I'm Carl Cox, and I've decided that I'm going to start a new playlist, for EDM music, my top EDM music in Europe for 2025, right?
Actually,
This is brought to you by Pepsi or whatever, right? And then I write it there in the name of the playlist. This is the Carl Cox Top 40 EDM playlist brought to you by Pepsi.
Actually,
And that's it.
Actually, there are actually DJs get paid to do playlists on Spotify and Apple Music.
Which ones?
That's a fact.
Which ones? Buba.
I'm not even denying what you're saying, but I'm saying the conversation we're having, I think it has to be an external
I don't disagree with that, Mob. I'm quite aware, but what I'm saying is I'm not expecting Spotify to pay me without reaching out to me. But I'm just saying I would want to see value in my time. So if people are asking me to do a playlist, wait on me so that I can also make it worth my time.
Then those people should be paying.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, then I would
It's like
rather.
payola. You guys are going back to this corrupt system.
That's why I'm like, hey, look.
This one is introducing payola to.
That's why I'm like, hey, look,
streaming.
let me pay Mixcloud some money to have a premium set up with them so that I can have subscribers who pay me for my time and for my time on putting together like a mix or putting together a playlist or whatever, or putting together a radio show so that I can also benefit from this in as much as the artists
Aren't you
benefit
doing it for the
as
love
well.
though?
I love it, and I would also like to not
Love
be.
doesn't put food on the table.
So nifuni
Thank
payola.
you.
Just say it, guys. You want
What's payola, dog?
Ile ebhatalwa abantu ukuthi bafake ingoma ku-radio. Angithi uyayazi payola. We talked about it on that episode.
Oh, flip! No.
When
Like
a football sevenza kwa-radio, you should
No,
know these things.
dog.
Is that what you want?
Yes,
No.
but I would argue that the ethics that you're considering are completely different.
that's where my
Right.
argument
If you're-
is. It's the
if you're-
ethics
if
of
you're-
things.
Because right now, record labels pay for placement on these big Spotify and Apple Music playlists, right? Because that is now the new radio, right? In the same way that people would want to be featured on radio stations back in the day, people now want to be featured on these streaming playlists, especially those top ones. Have you ever seen the big ones on like Apple Music where it's like top 25 Johannesburg, all of
People
that
get
stuff?
paid to do that.
People want to, yeah.
So-
Apple Music actually must
So
hire
if I'm
me
an
for that.
artist and I can afford to pay Sai, then my song's not going to be played on your podcast.
You see, you're talking about different things now. Let's see, because we're telling you pay your allowance. Now let's start there.
No.
And there's a way now, a legal way.
No, yeah, legal or not.
There's a
saying
legal
if-
way
If
because
mina, I
it's
don't
like paying
have money-
for airtime essentially.
No, I'm saying, mina, if I'm an artist and I don't have money, right? But ingoma yami yashisa, hi, baba. But I
Then
can't.
send it, and if you're Chisa, they'll decide if they want to
When
play
you
it.
decide.
I'll decide if I want to play
So
it.
kunabantu, there's people that must pay you, and then
You don't have to pay me.
okay. So awufuni mali. You also want.
You don't
for
have to
love.
pay me. Yeah, you don't have to pay me to play your music. Why would you pay me to play your music?
Okay. I just wanted to understand.
No.
Mob will revisit this after watching this episode.
Or we go on a deep dive.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I hear you. I hear what you're saying. But
So yeah,
it's unfair, man.
so yeah, let's try to wrap up. I'm excited for Latik, like I said.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Chronicle Deep, obviously,
And
but
who else?
I'm excited for them. I'm excited for more events. We're actually going to do the event review thing more here on this pod. We're going to do it.
Lento yale beef ka-Drake no-Kendrick.
Oh,
Super
gosh,
Bowl,
guys.
Did you watch the Super Bowl?
I did not. I don't watch the Super Bowl.
Unjani mara wena mara?
I don't watch the Super Bowl. Why should I watch the Super Bowl?
Andithi you said all trends music. Or must it be deep house?
African. It can be African. It can be international. But what about the Super Bowl? What about the Super Bowl?
Did you watch it?
I did not.
I guess so. Ithatha xa ugqiba uyibukela, sis.
Ubufuna uthini?
It was amazing. Okay.
The Super Bowl performance is always great, apparently, but I don't.
Also,
I don't watch it.
The thing.
I don't make an effort.
The main thing here is the other guy, lo bamzisa ubuhlungu.
Oh,
But you
Drake. Oh,
Yes,
shame he's catching.
That is the
yeah.
main thing, You know what I want actually? low-key, ngifuna nasemzansi sibe na the same energy, kind of like, you know,
Yeah,
in
same.
terms of our shows, because I feel like overseas, they're killing it with this whole concept of isn't just fun, I'm a beef, you know, and all those kind of things. So I was just highlighting it as one of those things that happened in the music scene that influenced streams from this artist to that artist, and I think it was a carefully curated item from the major record label, which is Universal, you know. There's a lot coming also, like, did you see the agreements between Universal and Sony and Spotify, you know?
No, I did not.
Ziyakhala.
What's happening?
Ziyakhala. So they're introducing this whole super fans thing, like whereby kuzoba nama bundle deals for ukuthi, like, if you're an artist, for instance, it's just more than just streaming the music. But I'll give you more details on that on the next episode, right?
We have to decide what the next episode looks like. Why are you not giving it now? It's literally the first
It's
episode.
a lot. It's a lot because
okay,
we're
well,
wrapping up. Let's just give them.
But and
highlights.
you know what? And I did say pull out that Spotify thing, Mara. You were too shy. It's not
I'm
my
not
fault.
shy. Mob, am I shy?
It's not my fault that you were too shy.
We start them with milk, galuk, abantwana. We don't just give the
this,
child
This
pap.
show doesn't go on forever. Oh wow!
Utezo will go on forever
No,
this year.
no one's gonna watch that.
Well,
Oh my goodness! So hopefully Lwazi is gonna run me down at some point.
sizofika lapho.
Oh my
Sicele
goodness.
ama-facts. But the most interesting thing, did you know ukuthi ama-streams, right? Like streams. So let's say you have Spotify. Do you actually use Spotify?
No.
Okay, so for instance, if you use Spotify, right, and then it's a free subscription, right? I don't know if you know this, but it's popular opinion. If you're using a free subscription of Spotify versus Mob, who's using a paid subscription of Spotify, and we're playing the same song, it doesn't pay out the same. So
Yeah?
Yeah, dude.
It shouldn't, because your revenue rates are different, right? Because one is ad supported and one is
I didn't know
one is
that.
subscription based.
Now, in South Africa, it's like we earn the least from Spotify versus Abo America and Abo UK, right? So the reason why that is because a majority of us in South Africa, so you see these million streams and you wonder why this artist doesn't have money, but they've got 2 million to 3 million streams, right? Which is why artists fight with record labels. Like, oh, you can say 2 million streams, but bro, you're in South Africa, 80% of your fans, or 90 to 95%, stream for Spotify for free. So,
Oof, yeah.
so
I'll also add to this, because I think sometimes when we're having these discussions, it's easy to become emotional,
Yeah,
but there's just facts on the ground.
facts on the
Facts on the ground. Demographics and the economics are
Yeah,
sometimes just not in your favor.
Yeah.
Right.
YouTube is another example of this. 1 million views on YouTube in South Africa is less valuable than 1 million views of similar content in a place like the United States. I can give the example of technology because that's a space that I play in. If you have a review of an iPhone 16 Pro Max on your channel, gets 1 million views, and an American creator does exactly the same type of video with the same device, their video earns more money from AdSense. Why? Because the American consumer is more valuable from an advertising point of view. There's a greater propensity for the American consumer to go out and buy a 30,000 Rand iPhone 16 Pro Max than there is for South African audience. So your bigger brands are going to bid higher amounts to get access to that American consumer as opposed to the South African consumer because they have less buying power.
Okay, you know what? With that said, I think that's the moral of the story.
Yeah.
That we look like we have money, Mara, we don't have no money.
So that's why I love. Thanks, Mark, for adding that. I just wanted to put it out there, you know, as a subtopic, and I think our viewers can maybe comment on it. But it's been a journey. It's been, as I said, it's been like trends that I've noticed and arguments that I've had with artists, as Mob said, some guys get really emotional.
Yeah,
on that
you will
aspect,
get emotional about that.
Because when you want your money at the end of the day, you're like, I'm a million
Exactly,
streams,
number million
you know?
streams, yeah.
But if fan base here, because the one you cover. So guys, in subscribe, please.
Subscribe,
man.
yes, please.
Subscribe
and
and everywhere. Even
I think
here.
now every episode we must start saying, please subscribe. Because it's something we weren't pushing. Yeah, we weren't pushing that. Because this thing is serious. It's serious, Leno. Please subscribe.
Yes, man. Subscribe and
Subscribe to the Spotify's if you want your artist to get paid. Hey guys,
let's raise that.
Let's raise that more. That
because
awareness.
It's quite sad. Like million stream, 2 million streams, 98,000 rand. Yeah, how does that? Doesn't make sense. Can't want to stream freely.
But stream it freely.
Freely.
Please don't stream this podcast freely. If you're here, please subscribe.
So
yeah, we're gonna start doing that. Actually, we need to start doing giveaways at some point. But we'll talk about that. Are you trying to give away my clothes?
Yeah, voice.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, I think that's a lol. I think it's a great place to end this show, actually, because he's about to sell everything that's on my body at this point. So anyway, that was the Side Sessions first episode for the year. Do you have any last words?
Yeah, for all the artists out there that are struggling, just as Mob said, just listen to that again. Just rewind this episode. Listen again,
Listen properly.
Thank you. There's a lot that goes into the economics of calculator ama royalties. Then you still need to split that with a record label that invested a certain amount. They invested in artwork.
Yeah.
Well, thina ama record label wethu I invest ku artwork. Amanye avela izinto emnyama angifuni ukukhuluma, but anyway, we're not talking about that. But there's an investment essentially that comes from the record label towards you, even the smallest thing like admin. So, splitting that, imagine splitting imali encane kanjalo, because then bese kuba percentage encane and then you end up with really nothing. So try and reach out and maybe collect fans overseas as well. I don't know, but try and advertise yourself and expose yourself to other types of markets, so that you guys can make tangible money.
Awesome. Point made. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this podcast. We're trying to distribute as much knowledge as we can as possible, y'all.
Coming soon on TikTok.
Yes, chat.
It's called TikTok.
Now follow us on every platform. By the way, Side Sessions. Just search us. You'll find us. Go to the website sidesessions.africa for all of our content. That's mostly where you can find all of our content. But now we need to sign out again.
Get engaged.
Please subscribe and get engaged. All right. I guess this is
if you want to come on the podcast and you have information right to educate the kids.
LOL.
Yes.
Yeah. LOL. Hit us on a comment down below.
So artist theater for the week is
for the week.
For this.
No,
episode.
I just want to see. I'm saying for the year. I'm just trying to see you. I'm excited for him, so I'm just going to keep an eye on what he's up to.
Then okay.
Yeah, I'm excited. Let's see. Oh,
that could be another segment.
Hopefully, by the time we get to the what do you mean? Like
it's a picky artist.
Artist of our artist to look out for
that, yeah.
For our spotlight artist. Right?
I know plus Velo and you always you've got your
spotlight artist. Yeah. So anyway, sidesessions.africa is the website. Side Sessions signing out. Mwah.
Email us.